I'm Susan. Thank you for joining me for chair yoga today. We're going to be doing some standing poses using the chair as a prop. And the first thing we have to do is stand up. So bring your feet back underneath your knees. And I want you to imagine that you have a heavy bowling ball, and that's your counterweight. So we're going to stand up in 3 parts. When you reach your bowling ball forward, it's going to pull the weight onto your feet, and maybe you can lift your hips just a little bit and sit right back down. And this time you're going to go a little higher, reach a little farther, get the weight on the feet, come up a little bit more, and all the way back down. And finally, your bowling ball is going to turn into a balloon. So we're going to reach that bowling ball forward, get on our feet, and rise, lift that balloon right up, and let it go. Bring it back down. So I'm going to move the chair around a little bit and show you a couple different things that you can do. With the chair right in front of you, be close enough that you're not leaning on it. You're not leaning forward. You're standing up. You just have your fingertips there. Let's take our feet wide, maybe about as wide as the legs of that chair, and circle the hips around. This is just to kind of loosen up the hips. The chair's just there if you need it for balance. Go the other way. Round and round. And bring the feet back underneath, and they're nice and parallel like railroad tracks. You're going to come into a side bend. So I'm going to keep one hand on the chair. And remember, just mirror me. So if I'm going that way, you're going that way too. Inhale up and take it over into a little side bend. Keep your feet nice and anchored to the floor. Inhale all the way up. And take the other side. Inhaling up. Exhale as you side bend. Keep breathing. Inhale up and let it go down. The next one, sometimes we call it star pose. I'm going to bring my foot out to the side, point the other foot out, and then that arm is going to reach up. And I'm going to look like a star. Leg's going to rise up, reach in here. If you need to hold on, you can. If you feel balanced, you can reach both hands. But it's okay to hold on too. And bring the leg in. We're going to do a little chair pose and take our weight to the other foot. Opposite foot's reaching, arm is up, lift the leg. Maybe both hands reach. And bring it back. And do that again. Shift your weight, stretch your arm. This time we're going to keep our hand here because we're going to turn and look. So we've got this leg up, I'm going to turn and look at that hand. Taking our focus away from straight ahead is always a challenge. Good, bring it back. And chair pose, just bending the knees, take it to the other side. Reach, lift, turn and look. And bring it all back. All right. Now we're going to take the chair sideways, so I'm going to bring it over here. And we're going to come into what we call spinal balance. I'm going to take, this time I'm going to say right and left. You're going to take your left leg back and your right arm up. And then we want to get all of the weight on the front foot and see if we can lift that back leg. You can reach up, you can look at your fingers. Breathe. Bring all that down. Chair pose as we shift to the other side. Right leg back, left arm up, lift. Repeat it one more time. Left leg back, right arm up. Lift the leg. And this time if you want to teeter-totter, just think of lifting the leg. lifting the leg, not letting the upper body collapse. Reaching forward. And rise back up. And little chair. And the other side. Right leg back, left arm up, lift. And then just keep lifting the foot as you go into a little teeter-totter. And bring it all the way back up. And little chair pose. Rise back up. And after that, we need a down dog. So hands are going to stay on top of the chair. You're going to step your feet back. And then reach your hips back, as if someone was pulling you by your tail. Your knees can be soft. And we want to drop our head down between our upper arms. And I'm looking right between my own 2 feet. I'm getting a nice extension in the upper body. Nice hamstring stretch. Opening up the shoulders. I'm going to look up at the top of my chair and I'm going to step my left foot forward. I'm going to bring that foot up and put it pretty much right between the feet of the chair. The other foot's going to turn out at a 45-degree angle. Bend the knee toward the chair, right over my toes. I don't want it to the side or that side, I want it right over. And then take your shoulders back over your hips. So I'm not leaning over my chair. Shoulders are over hips. I leave my right hand on the chair and float my left hand up. Good. Back leg is nice and strong and active. If you feel safe, you can lift the other arm up. We call this Warrior One. Both hands down. We're going to take our front foot to our back foot and come into another down dog. Reaching the hips back. And look at the top of the chair. Your right foot stepping forward. Left foot's going out a little bit, 45 degrees. Bend the knee. Lift your heart. Get your shoulders over your hips. Whatever foot's in front, that opposite arm's going up. If you feel steady, you can reach both arms up. And bring back down. And one more down dog. Stepping back. Relax the knees. Reach the hips away. Chair, and this time just walk yourself forward. Just walk those feet forward. And maybe it would feel good to circle again or roll your shoulders. All right. I'm going to take the chair and I'm going to flip it around this way. So now we have the seat in front of us. A couple different things we can do here. We're going to place one foot between the feet of the chair and the other foot back. This foot is pointing straight ahead, so the edge of my foot is parallel with the edge of my mat. We're going to come into a triangle pose. Legs are going to stay straight, but you can bend the front knee a little bit if you need to. So we're going to pull those kneecaps up. We're going to take this hip. We're going to rock it back that way a little bit. Reach your arms out. And then I want you to imagine if you were reaching over the top of the chair. I'm going to reach over the top, and when I can't reach anymore, I'm going to bring my hand down to the seat and take the other arm up. Reaching up. And look if it doesn't hurt your neck. Come out of this, we're really going to bend the knee and I'm going to reach that hand up and bring myself out. Bring my feet in and go. Toe heel. Shaking it out. Then, I'm going to take the chair to the other side. You can just turn around if you like, but I'm going to keep facing you. And foot goes between the feet of the chair. Other foot is pointed straight ahead. Reach forward. Reach out over the leg. and drop your hand down. Bring the other hand up. So you want to feel nice and two-dimensional, flat between two pieces of glass, they say. Or you could imagine that you're flat up against the wall. Or maybe you have a wall and you can really do it against the wall. Breathe. Relax the knee and lift yourself up and out. Hands in and toe the other wheel. Shake them out. So you can also down dog with the seat. And so this might feel a little bit more challenging. You could still use the top this way, but if you want to try one more down dog with me, it might feel a little bit more intense. Hands on the chair, step your feet back, and reach your hips away. Relax the knees. That nice upper body stretch and hamstring stretch at the same time. Look up at the chair and just walk yourself forward. I'm going to turn the chair around one more time for our balance pose because I want to be able to hold on. You could have the chair in front of you, but I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So tree pose. People are pretty familiar with tree pose. I'm going to give you a couple hints. You want to find something for your eyes to look at that's not moving. So if you're in a class, don't look at other people wobbling around or the teacher that might be shaking. Something that's not moving to focus your eyes. You're going to take your weight to 1 foot and then get really tall on that side. So just pull up, 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 up as tall as you can. The other leg is going to turn out to the side. You can keep your toes right there on the floor and just lift your heel. That's a tree pose. But maybe you slide up a little bit more. We never want to be on our knee, and it's really not necessary to go any higher, so let's just stay right there on the lower leg. So my foot is pushing on my leg, but I got to stay nice and tall and push my leg back into my foot. Lift your heart. Focus the eyes. Your arms can do anything they like. You can lift one arm. You can stay at your heart. If you feel balanced, you can release. It's your tree. Maybe it wobbles a little bit. And if you fall out, you just come right back. Ooh, all right. And take a little knee bend. And other side. So all the way to the other foot. Lift up nice and tall. The free leg turns out. Find your focus. Slide the leg. The other hand can do whatever it likes. Lift up. In your tree, think grow, reach to the sun. Sometimes if you get wobbly, if you stretch tall, it'll take the wobble out. Not always, sometimes. Bring it back in. And low chair pose. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.